Gaming kinda went crazy this year. We got Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring, Sifu, God of War Ragnarok, Stray, TNMT, Shredder's Revenge, and so much more. But what about next year? Let's look in. What's happening, people, and welcome back to the channel. Today, as 2022 comes to a close, we're going to look ahead at the year to be in gaming, talk some of my most anticipated titles, and first up is Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Expected to drop in March of 2023, this is a follow-up to the amazing Jedi Fallen Order, and as a massive Star Wars fan, I am fully ready to jump back into the story of Cal Kestis and see where it takes us. Now, we know that this is about 5 years after the first game, and with the Star Wars saga between episodes 3 and 4 being fleshed out more in general, I am so curious to see how this fits in. One thing we can be sure of, though, is that the amazing gameplay and that Jedi action that we saw in the first game is going to for sure be present again. Next up, let's talk Forspoken. This game is expected to release January 24th of 2023. In Forspoken, you play the role of a young woman named Frey who was taken from New York and placed into the fantasy land of Athia. Using your skills and magic given to you by a magic bracelet called a cuff, you have to tame the land and get back to NYC. Now, this is a game that looked crazy from the videos we've seen so far. The use of magic in both combat and movement get the idea that the exploration is going to be memorable and iconic. The storyline is also another interesting point. Fans, and those of anime especially, will quickly recognize this as an isekai game, which, if you love that genre while watching like I do, it's going to be great to actually be able to play it. Coming up next is Wolong Fallen Dynasty. Wolong Fallen Dynasty is the latest in a growing roster of Souls-like games. Taking place during the fantasy version of the Three Kingdoms period, not much is actually known about the full storyline itself, but what I am excited about is the era that it's set in, and the changes that are being made with that. I've been a fan of the Dynasty Warriors series since I was a kid, and in playing those, I've become super interested in the Three Kingdoms period itself. I wanted to learn about the era that some of my favorite games were set in, so seeing a new property touch that era again and add some fantasy aspects, this sounds like a win to me. Also, if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about the game already, there's actually a demo available on both the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Next up, we're talking everybody's favorite Assassin series. That's right, we're talking Assassin's Creed Mirage. If you watched the Ubisoft Forward event back in September, you remember that Ubisoft laid out the groundwork for future Assassin's Creeds in Assassin's Creed Infinity, Red, and Hex. Clearly, they are ready to continue going all in on Assassins over there, but all of those are years away. To bridge us into that, we have Assassin's Creed Mirage. Set about 20 years before Valhalla, Mirage is set to follow Basim, who we met in Valhalla, as he grows to become the assassin that we love. This game is on my list for a couple of reasons. First, I love the Assassin's Creed series. For all its ups and downs, I've always had a great time playing those, and I don't expect this one to really be any different. Second, this game is being touted as a return to the roots. Some people would say that with Odyssey and Valhalla, the series kind of got away from its strengths, though to be fair, I'm not one of them because Odyssey is legit my favorite one, but I won't lie and act like it wouldn't be cool to get back to the days of Assassin's Creed 1 and 2. Next up, we have Black Myth Wukong, and this might end up being the wild card of the list. It's coming from a Chinese indie developer named Game Science, and honestly, not much is known about the game other than it being based on Journey to the West. We've also seen a couple gameplay videos, and those gameplay videos were fire. It's definitely something that I'm waiting on. I definitely want to hear more about it, but Game Science has said that they hope to release it this year, and I'm going to take them for their word. So that's definitely on my list. And last but not least is Hogwarts Legacy. Expected to release February 10th, this one is really for all my Harry Potter fans. I think that we can all say that after watching the movies, reading the books, and doing everything Harry Potter like, we really wanted to live out our wizarding dreams. Now, don't get me wrong, the games based on the movies were cool. I enjoyed playing them for sure. But everything that we've seen so far with this one, it being open world, you basically be able to live Hogwarts. I promise this is going to be amazing stuff, and it's definitely something I'm super excited for. So tell me, what are some games that you're excited about next year? I know that there are some games that I didn't talk about, and that's sort of because they're only tentatively set for next year. So I didn't forget Spider-Man 2. Don't worry. But I'm curious, is there anything on my list that you think I shouldn't have added? Is there something you think may get pushed? Or just let me know if you think I'm flat out wrong. The beauty is in the conversation, but until next time, peace.